Hello, good evening everyone. Hi, this is Utkarsh. We are at round 4 in Baku, Division 1 tonight on a Tuesday night for Speed Force Racing. Let me just inform the team that we're all set to go. So, hi everyone, this is Utkarsh. This is my first time commentating for SFR here, and it's an honor. I'm really chuffed today to take the comms reins. And with that, I think we should be all set. Hey, hi, Sai. Alright, so just a disclaimer before we begin. I have a couple of cats at home. One of them is quite vocal, so you might hear some meows and some shouts in between. Already want to apologize for that in advance. So just for our viewers, it's a sprint weekend at Baku. It's a street circuit, one of Checo Perez's best favorite hunting ground. I had a decent race last night. It's quite a tricky circuit in this particular game, especially the castle section. The traction is pretty hard to find and huge amount of rear tire wear. So you got to choose your strategy really well. You want to go for a single stop, double stop, as well as you have to play around with the car setup. So it's going to be an exciting race, I think. Let's see how it goes. And he's already up to it. Bro, please. I'm sorry guys, but this might keep on going for a little while. He thinks he's a dog. He keeps going and crying in front of the door, wanting to go out, roam around, look around, explore around. But like they said, curiosity killed the cat. He doesn't understand that, does he? Alright, so let's get set up for the qualifying. Just to clarify guys, in this game, how it's set up is that qualifying decides the grid order for the race, not for the sprint. There is no sprint shootout as we have in the real life F1. So the qualifying is going to decide the grid for the race, and then we'll have a sprint. Sorry, my bad. It's the other way around. Qualifying decides the grid for the sprint, and then the results of the sprint decides the grid for the race. That's how it's going to be, like it was last year. We have Mr. Wiggles filling in at Williams as a reserve tonight, who's the first car out on the track, followed by HH's Andreas. We also have a few debutants tonight, guys, just to keep an eye out on them. We've got Redstone and Jishnu making their league debut, and we've got some of the returning drivers, MDJ 2002 as well as Orieglis. So I think we'll have an eye out on these debutants, a couple of season debutants and a couple of league debutants. Just a second. I'll try and keep it as entertaining as I can. Honestly, I'm not very good at this. I had to fill in because there were some last minute cancellations. But I'm gonna try and do my best, guys. So all the best to the drivers. Let's hope there's lesser safety cars than last night, given it's Division 1 and all. But let's see. So I think we're gonna have the Red Bull being the first one out there, who's gonna start a flying lap. And just gonna check if the onboard audio has been fixed or not. Looks fine till now. I think he just scraped the wall there. And I think the McLarens are double teaming right now, playing this slipstream game. Or, oh, they're not, sorry. The second McLaren is on an out lap while the first one is on a hot lap. So Andrea is going to be the first one to set the time. Let's see where he ends up. It's a heavy braking point, and he's sort of spoiled it, lost his rear there. Now these sections of corners are really fast left and right. You go full throttle on this, unless you've got really low downforce, then it's going to be a little challenging to negotiate. Middle full speed ahead. He's reaching speeds of 350 plus, so I'm guessing a little bit on the lower side. The downforce setup for Andreas of 149. That's pretty fast. The first sets of time all coming on. I think I could have really done with a co-comms partner tonight. Like I said, I've not done a lot of comms in the past. There might be some periods of silences. I'm going to try and fill in as much as I can, guys, so apologies in advance. Alright, so who's finishing? Let's keep an eye on Jishnu. I think he's just gonna finish his flying lap. One of the league debutants tonight, Jishnu. And he scores a solid P9. Let's see who else is coming along. I think Forrest Jump, he's already invalidated. The McLarens, I think, are gonna come in this lap after having completed one of the flying laps. A Ferrari is in behind. Where are you? Maggi. I think he's going slow as well. And he's got half the ERS and no fuel, so I think Maggi is already done for now. Sonic is on a lap. Let's stay on board with him. Nice clean braking. Sonic's mega quick at Baku, FYI guys. I mean, in the time trials sheet, I think he's on the top right now amongst all the friends that I have from SFR at least. Let's see what he's able to drum up on his first run. He's not using his ERS, so I think he's gonna back out this lap. Oh yeah, he's not using his ERS at all, so not sure what happened there. Who else is on track? We've got the McLarens, which is going pretty slow. So I think he must have made a mistake already. Harry Kane, Mr. Kane, I don't know if the transfer is going to materialize or not, but looks like it's impending. So the orange is soon gonna become red in football colors, so to speak. He's low on fuel as well, so I think he's also gonna come in now. Meanwhile, his teammate has just ventured out for a second hot lap. What's up with Oliver? I think Oliver hasn't set a time yet. 4 drivers yet to set up a time. What happened with Manchi? Did he retire in the pits? I think so. Is that the Ferrari of Sonic? Alright, that's the Ferrari of Sonic. I think Maggi retired in the pits. Yeah, the other flags in sector 1, but I don't see. I think it's basically people slowing down for others. So I don't think anyone's on a hot lap right now. Not visible. Aurieglis again making a season debut. He's back with us for this season. Welcome, Aurieglis. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And I think he's got low fuel. He's out of fuel, so he's also gonna come in. Alright, Cassidy's out of fuel. Laser has just started his lap. Let's stay with him for a while, for a couple of sectors. Redstone Derp, meanwhile, he's just posted a blinder. 143. 6 tenths faster than the next time on the chart. That's one hell of a debut, Redstone, I must say. What a statement, man. So Laser right now, at the end of sector 1, he's up by a tenth. He's got a free track in front of him. I doubt anyone would be trying slipstreaming tactics. It's a little bit tricky to pull it off, but oh, so close to that wall. Through the castle section, turning the car and short shifting to 4th gear. Laser is up by 3 tenths, so he's definitely gonna improve. But as of now, it looks good enough for P2 or P3, definitely not for pole. Pole lap has been on another level. MDJ again making his season debut. He's also on a solid lap right now. So VFR P3, he improves by 2.5 tenths, but only good for P3. Coming to Andreas, who's in the final sector, entering final sector now. He's up by 5 tenths, so look out for Andreas. I think if he doesn't make any mistakes out of these 2 final corners, he'd be right up there with Redstone, if not for the wing difference. But I think Redstone set a time pretty early in the session. The track definitely must have, and he goes pole. Redstone goes on pole by around 3,000ths of a second. So, Andreas goes pole. MDJ goes P2. Laser gets bumped down to P4. I'm sure Redstone gonna get another go, and with a little bit of track evolution here, Redstone's definitely gonna be in the reckoning. Alright, so Smithy's entering sector 2. so close to that wall. This castle section really tests the margins for it. Oh, and Smithy spun. That's an unfortunate spin. I think he just got on the throttle a little too early, a little too greedily, and he spun. That's going to cause some disturbances to all the drivers behind. Let's get on board with Jishnu. He's just started his fast lap. I think Martin just completed his lap. He's out of fuel. Let's get on board with Sonic. Sonic's also out of fuel, so I think he's also invalidated his lap already. Alright, so he's gonna come in for another go. Who else is out? I think Redstone's just gone on an out lap, so we'll keep an eye on him. MDJ is definitely coming in. Jishnu is also out of ERS as well as fuel, so not sure what's up with. I think most people haven't been able to put in the second time, so it all comes down to the final runs between the top 10. Oh, hello, Calvin. Calvin's also not a flying lap. Vishnu is already out of fuel, and that brings out the yellow flags in Sector 3. Who else? Redstone. Alright, Redstone on a hot lap. Let's stay on board with him and let's see what he can. If he's got an answer for the top 2. He's gone purple Sector 1. Very nice and smooth out of the castle section. I don't think he compromised on the speed either. Nice and tight. Coming onto the heavy braking of turn 14, I think. End of Sector 2, and he's just about matching the time he did previously. It all comes down to Sector 3. Now here I think it boils down to what wings you're running. If you're running low enough wings, definitely you're gonna get an advantage. But 340. Oh, that's a terrific lap time. Improved by a tenth, good enough for a pole. The provisional pole with Redstone, I don't think he'll have enough time to put in another lap after coming in. So I think that's Redstone's qualifying done. But everyone behind him are now on their out laps. So a lot of flurry of activity is gonna come in now. Let's see which all drivers we wanna keep our eyes on. So the first one to begin would be an Aston Martin, so that will be Martin. So Martin and Aston Martin is going to be the first one of the last runners begin their hot laps, closely followed by Williams. There goes Martin, full throttle ahead. Sorry, that was an AlphaTauri, not a Williams. AlphaTauri of Smithy. So Martin followed by Smithy, both begin their hot laps, final laps. Oh, that's a bit of oversteer for Martin. He has to correct it and then make the turn. and he's up by a tenth in the first sector. Similarly, even Smithy's up by a tenth in the first sector. Smithy's definitely got to get an advantage in the final sector thanks to Martin's slipstream. Oh, a little bit of sliding there for Martin. Not as tight as he would have liked. Brakes a little bit early, but that's fine. I think it's a downhill turn, so there's always a risk. Martin's up by 2 tenths. Let's see where Smithy is. Smithy is up by 3 tenths. So I think everyone's going to improve, although not good enough to challenge the pole as from my estimate. Martin's up to P7. Smithy's up to P4. Let's see where MDJ is. He's not improving. He's down 3 tenths on his time. On board with Andreas. He's low on fuel, but I think that should be good enough to finish the lap. But he's not fast enough. I think he's lost time somewhere in between. Oh, Harry Kane has just plastered the timesheets. He's gone fastest by 2 tenths. Whoa, completely missed him, man. One hell of a lap by Harry Kane. Meanwhile, Jishnu, one of the debutants in the league, he's up by a tenth and a half at the end of sector 2. And he's improved barely. So he finishes at P7. Sonic at P8. Cassidy's not gonna finish his lap. So I think that's it, guys. This is gonna be the order for this sprint race. Harry Kane completely out of nowhere, blitzed his final lap, his final run, 2 tenths clear of anyone, followed by a Redstone, the debutant for the league tonight, a 142, and Andreas doing a 143. So there it is, the grid for sprint is set for us, guys. Harry Kane blitzing his final run, a 140.0, followed by Redstone debutant for tonight, 142, Andreas 143, closely followed by MDJ 143, and then there's a big gap to the rest of the field. Smithy at P5, Laser P6, Jishnu and Sonic P7, P8, Martin P9, and Rakes rounding up the top 10. Then we have Burmeister in Haas, Forrest Jump, Cassidy, Xenon, and Oliver rounding up the top 15. I don't know what happened with Oliver, but seems like a pretty underwhelming session for him. And we have Auriglas at P19, Kuipers didn't set a time. Alright, so now all set for sprint, a sprint of 9 laps. No mandatory pit stops. I think most people are going to go with mediums. Try and optimize their tire wear, especially the rear tire wear. So let's see how it happens. It's a very tricky circuit. Last night we had a lot of incidents. We had a lot of safety cars, people breaking their front wings left, right, and center. So as long as you keep your nose clean, I think you should be good enough. And at least that's what worked for me. So hopefully we'll have a clean race and hopefully we finish on time. Because it's 12:30 in the night for me, and I'm gonna have a shouting boss tomorrow. So guys, please keep it clean. A humble request. I don't want 4-5 safety cars. It's excruciating. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Guys watching the stream, you can let me know how shitty I am on in the comment section. I'm alright with that. So interestingly, Aurelius informed us that his family name spelled backwards. His actual name is Salguero, but he uses the name backwards. It's an interesting take. All right, guys. So we have the formation lab back on. I think they fixed that glitch that they had. So we're gonna have a formation lap around the circuits of Baku before we have the 5 lights on and we begin with the sprint. Alright, looking at the tires, I think only Forest Jump has opted to go for hards. I'm not sure what was the thought process behind it, because even if you have safety cars, it absolutely makes no sense unless you've got wing damage to come in and change your tires. It's 9 laps, mediums, that's good enough to last 9 laps. Unless you've got a really aggressive setup, I don't see any reason for anyone to go for hards, which I think the entirety of the field has chosen to do. So an interesting choice from Forest Jump. I mean, I don't blame him completely. The tire differential on this game is huge. I mean, as soon as your tires hit 25%, 30% degradation, you start losing up to a second, more than a second to your best time. So maybe it will come in handy in the later part of the sprint, but still I think 9 laps are more than good enough for mediums. And the lack of grip that he'll have in the beginning, it's not really worth it. Anyways, I think guys, everyone's on the main straight. Now the driver's gonna have to pick their parking spot in order to have been placed at the most optimized position on the grid. It does make a difference. I mean, if you look at it, then where you're placed makes a lot of difference. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. If you're not parked it right, you're going to be a little bit behind, and that gives an advantage to the car behind to jump on you. I can't see the 5 lights for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting this camera angle. And I think the formation lap glitch is back. I think there's a glitch, guys, because we've got a Red Bull going out on its own. I think the glitch is back. They haven't really fixed it completely. And that will be a restart. I'll just quickly take a snapshot of the grid. Alright, so now it's behaving very weirdly. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna pause the stream, guys, and I'm gonna come on up when it's fixed. Sorry for this. I think the codies still haven't realized what a shit game they've made. Alright, so I think there was some issue with my game. I'm not sure still what's happening. The race has started, people are spinning around. There's a virtual safety car, all sorts of things happening. Xenon has left the session, people are retiring. I think we're gonna have a restart, or I'm not sure if it's me who's having connection troubles. But I don't know this. I think we're gonna restart the lobby, guys.